anybody, you know, like of your big wigs, JB Hunt, Knight, Swift, whatever. Most of those jobs, like, you start super early in the morning. I was blessed enough to find something to where, like, today I ain't come in till 11, and that was because we had that company meeting. But my schedule's 10 to 6. How many jobs that offer that particular type of schedule? I'm not sure. You know, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Mileage wise, I probably drive like 100, 120, 150 tops. So when you're going local, most companies, like, you're gonna be doing like 500 plus miles a day drive. So that's about 250 one way, 250 back. So I would definitely suggest, though, that do your research on however you're going to get your CDL training, because you can either do company sponsored training, or you could just simply go to a CDL training program where you pay out of pocket. They do cost. You gotta have some nice change for that, because they do cost anywhere from, like, from what I heard, like $5 all the way up to like $8,000. So yeah, keep that in mind. Me, I went through company sponsored. Like, those of you that watch my videos, y'all been rocking out with me for a while. I did company sponsored CDL training, so I went through CR England. Was a great experience. All in all, great experience. Like, even the stuff that was like bad, quote unquote, it was still a great experience. So like, I can say that I did it. And man, ain't nothing like that feeling, like when you do I think at Prime Inc. they call it TNT. But basically, like, for CR England, it's just it's your trainer. Like, where you go out, with a trainer. It took me 5 weeks in the truck with a trainer to be done. And like I said, that was a great experience. Look at this guy, TMC, let me go by, buddy. Thank you, sir. But yeah, man, CR England was it was a great experience. Like, I was in California, so but yeah, going. And also, one thing I'll mention about, like, if you do go to, like, just a CDL school or something like that, right? Not saying that you won't. I'm just saying, majority of the times, it's difficult for you to secure employment once you do get your CDL, because most companies, they want you to some type of experience in order to even bring you in. So most companies be like, they want you to have like 3 months or whatever, however much experience. Go ahead, sir. What you doing, buddy? But yeah, most companies want you to have some experience. And appreciate you, bro. But yeah, most companies want you to have some experience, or they won't. They're not willing to bring you in. So I feel like the best way to go is through company sponsored. I guess on the flip side, a bad side of that could be that with company sponsored, you have to you got to work for them. You're under contract, so you got to work for them for like a year. Your CDL was paid for. if you go the route that I went, I was trying to make more money faster because, bro, them checks coming out of CDL school, but them checks was trash. A lot of that got to do with like just your stamina and all that stuff, like how long you can drive and this, that, and the third. But I opted out of CR England. I left as soon as I could. I left. I was with CR England for like 5 or 6 months, and I had to. I got obligations. I got obligations that couldn't be neglected just because, oh, they only paying me X amount of dollars. So, so that's something to think about. I definitely, like, if you had to ask, like, if somebody asked me what I felt like was the best way to go about getting your CDL, I definitely feel like going in with a company, because like you automatically have a job, when you finish, when you complete your training, you automatically have a job. So that right there was something that I needed. I needed to know that, bro, I got a job, like, because I know with CRST, I actually got my my permit. I got my permit through CRST because I was going to go through them, and it was some nonsense or whatever, and they didn't want to bring me. They told me that I was told from the recruiter that they wasn't going to offer me employment. So I went ahead and got up out of there and went over to. That's when I went over to CR England. No problem. Boom. I'm talking about everything was quick. That's one thing with going through CR England. Everything was super quick. It only gets better. It only gets better. If only you can tough it out and deal with the nonsense that your trainer is going to put you through. Now, I know people who had like just the best trainer and all of that stuff or whatever, but the bigger number of people, like the greater number, is that you're gonna be dealing with some nonsense from your trainer, and that's just how it goes. That's just the way it goes. Like, man, if you could just make it through the tough times that is training, TNT training, however, whatever you want to call it. If you could just make it through those tough times, you are golden. I'm telling you. But if you give up before you even, before you even get to do what you're trying to do, you're gonna be, then it's wasted time. Feel me? So for all y'all that's in CDL training right now, keep your head up. Don't sweat the little stuff. And before you know it, you'll be in your own truck. Something else I wanted to touch on. Now, when you go local, you can still be like the average trucker is working cents per mile. The average truck driver is working cents per mile, right? You got cents per mile, you got percentage, which I think you'll rarely see that being offered, like a local home everyday type position, and they offering you percentage, because it's either cent per mile or hourly. Me, I'm hourly, and I wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't have it no other way, because like how we were sitting back there trying to get off the turnpike, how we were sitting back there, right? I'm getting paid for all this. Now for all the other drivers that's getting cents per mile, they don't get paid for the time, the wasted time. They don't get paid for that. So that's something that you want to think about too when you going local, is that you can either you either gonna be cent per mile, and see if you cent per mile and you local, then that means you gotta get the miles. You have to get those miles, because if you don't get those, if you don't run those miles, then your pay is trash. You're not making the pay you need to make.